What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Babel On Podcast. We're so excited that you are hanging out with us and we get to hang out with you. I'm joined by TJ and Antonio.
What up?
Hello. How's everyone?
And my name is Daniel. We're so excited that you're here with us. Please like this video if you're watching on YouTube. Share it. Subscribe. We don't want to miss you, and we don't want.
As you can tell, it's our first time recording the podcast, and Dan as a host.
Yeah, really.
We'll pick it up one day.
Yeah, one day we'll get better at it.
By season 3, I'm calling it. We'll be really good at this.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and it's going to be a great time hanging out with you. We're going to talk about Taylor Swift. TJ is a massive Swiftie, and he married into this. And no, you were one before. You were married, right?
I was I respected. I affirmed Taylor Swift,
You're
and
Swift.
then and then I've learned more about
Which
it. So I have a
boyfriend-
lot to say.
Which boyfriend did you pick? Like, did you start?
The first one.
Which
First
one?
right off the bat, country.
If you're
Our
a
song
Swiftie,
is
what's the
Which boy? The screen door?
Yeah, what's his name?
Sorry, I thought you were taking a joke from me. The first album, the self-titled, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Taylor Swift released
Tim
an album
McGraw?
called.
Oh,
Tim
is
McGraw's
that
way
that?
too old.
They're self-titled.
Oh no, okay. Wow, I thought you were saying that she dated Tim McGraw.
No, she wrote a song called Tim McGraw.
Where she wanted to date Tim.
He's like 40.
We watched Camp Rock last night
What does it have to do with you?
because she dated Joe Jonas.
Really?
I think so.
The movie was
Hey,
so
you might
bad.
want to look that.
And we're gonna have a little sports corner where we talk about Paolo
Banchero.
Banchero.
Werewolves.
Oh,
Ranchero?
Magic.
Go
Orlando
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, he's the new Rookie of the Year, which is really cool for the Magic fans out here. Sorry, Antonio's a Heat fan.
I don't
A
think
what
he needs
fan?
to be sorry.
Heat fan.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're in the playoffs, and you guys are still scraping the bottom of a bucket.
Sorry,
Where are the Bucks now?
Rookie of the
Home.
Year. Rookie
Sleeping.
of the
That's what they're doing.
And we're also going to talk about Wrexham and their promotion. I'll have my little soccer corner. They'll have their basketball time.
Real sports.
Gonna get
versus big
educated here.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
actually,
get
I'm like-
educated.
We're all like, I think, pretty decent fans of both sports.
sports. Yeah.
He's not a soccer fan.
I respect
just said
soccer.
yes.
And he respects it. I respect basketball.
Cool.
You're kind of the only like big fan of both.
No, I'm only the biggest fan of like the Heat
Okay.
because I don't know anything about. Well, you know Golden State, but that's natural because
They're
Steph
struggling,
Curry.
aren't
They're Game 7 tomorrow.
Yeah, against the Kings, right?
Well,
That was a good game last night.
by the
Well,
time this airs, it'll
we'll figure it
be
out.
over.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
congratulations to the Warriors or
Or the
Warriors.
Kings.
or the Kings.
Safer bet would be the Warriors, so we'll go there.
Well, to start things off, I want to talk about just so that the audience gets to know us a little bit more. What was your dream car when you were growing up? Because mine, when I was younger, I really wanted a Corvette Stingray because I saw this thing. I did. I really did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I
You're
wanted
such
the
a
Stingray.
liar.
I really wanted a Stingray, and then it moved. And then I was like, you know what? I got a little practical with it. Then I was like, you know what? A Scion FRS is what I want. That's what I want, which is like, I don't know. I didn't like that at all. But to start,
Such a liar.
it is.
You didn't want one.
I did.
Pull one up. Pull up a model that you liked.
Oh my God.
You didn't even know when the Stingray came
I'm
out,
gonna
did
pull
you?
up mine.
No, I didn't know it, but
Exactly.
it was out when I liked it.
Because the last Stingray that came out was this year, like model year.
Really?
Yeah. So like 20.
I said I wanted it when I was young, and then I went to an FRS
So what do you want now?
My first one was the
Tesla.
best.
Why do you want a Tesla?
because it's so technologically cool.
Can I tell you my Tesla story?
You got a Tesla?
I have a Tesla story.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a friend who has a Tesla. He just bought it he pre-ordered it, or not pre-ordered it. He custom ordered it. I think it took 9 months to come in.
Okay.
And they just show up to your house, they drop the Tesla off, and then they take your car and they go away with it. So Tesla has updates like your phone, which I did not know, which I guess I should have known because it's like a computer, right?
Yeah.
And so it's always learning kind of thing. I've seen a podcast about it, I guess.
One.
So the updates usually you schedule your updates, right?
Okay.
So like your phone, you can do it overnight is I guess the time you should do it because when you're updating, you cannot drive the ar.
Okay.
So he
Does it have to
scheduled
be
it.
hooked up to the Wi-Fi? You have to plug it,
It has
in.
to be.
You have to plug it into your house.
It has to be.
It's like a phone.
It has to
It's-
be connected to Wi-Fi. I
Okay.
believe
Just
so.
like your phone.
Okay.
I believe so. I could be wrong.
Can you hardline it? Does it have like an Ethernet?
All I
port
know
in
is
it?
of this story, like an Ethernet port.
Like an
All I
Ethernet-
know of this story. So we
Okay.
go to my buddy's girlfriend works for Universal, and so she got us a hotel room to go do.
Is it the SpongeBob Hotel?
No, just the Cabana Bay, I think, the hotel, because they had Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay.
Is that too controversial? Anyways,
No, it's
okay,
fine. You're
that's
fine.
fine. So we went there. So me and two of my friends, and so he thought he scheduled his car update at 5 a.m.
Oh no.
But he actually scheduled it for 5 p.m.
Oh, no.
So his girlfriend drives his car. She works overnight. She works from like 12 a.m. to like 12 p.m.
Okay.
Like does like plant stuff, and so she drives his Tesla because he can charge it for free. Universal pays for, so he doesn't pay for any kind of charging or anything like that.
Nice. Did he have to get something in his house too?
Yeah, so he has they give you like the
supercharger?
little.
Yeah, but which one? Like the
I
supercharger
don't know.
one or the
He
regular
can
one?
charge his Tesla.
What's
That's
the-
all I know.
What's the?
It's like you have to tap the Tesla.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, does it,
watch,
like, open-
Watch the video.
Why would I want?
Let it
Anyways.
know that it's there so it can open up and like receive it. And
I don't think
bring
you
it in.
technically have to do it, but everyone does a little tap tap.
I think that's like the things that dads do.
Anyways,
With like the
Like the tongs.
you gotta
Gotta click
to
the
make sure it
tongs to make
works,
sure they
right?
work.
do you do that now?
yeah. Even before being a dad, I think it's a guy thing.
I don't.
Antonio's the only
I
dad
just
here.
hold it open until it's time to actually.
Yeah.
I grill now too.
But go ahead, finish your story. Tesla.
So at 5 p.m. we show up at like 4:30 to check into the hotel.
Okay.
So we're checking in and we're in a garage, or what do you call those things? Like a covered garage, I guess that parking garage.
Parking garage, yeah.
Parking garage.
It's in the name garage.
And it started updating at 5 p.m. So we are in the hotel. The Tesla's updating, and she's sitting in there. And so there's a little tiny Wi-Fi connection, and they said the total time it would take was 18 hours to update.
Oh my god.
And so you can't turn on the Tesla. You can't reset it. Like, it doesn't have like a button to reset. So once it starts updating, you're like done for. And so they were.
Is this a Tesla or is it Call of Duty?
So they began a slight disagreement about his decision on when to update the car right at that time, because she was going to want to go home. So she, at this point, has been at work from 12 a.m. to 5 p.m. So almost like, I don't know, it's a lot of hours. It's approaching 24 hours pretty soon. And she has to have another shift at like 1 a.m. So she's like, I want to go home and go to sleep so I can get back.
Just
But
sleep in
she
the
can't.
Tesla.
So they're trying to deal with this. He's on the phone with like Tesla support for like an hour and a half trying to get the thing to reset. And there's like no cell service. There's nothing, anything like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, they ended up figuring out, and she drove home, but it wasn't until like 7 p.m. So that is
Goodness
that's
gracious.
my Tesla interesting story. So
you still want a Tesla?
Make sure you update your Tesla.
Make sure you have like a strong Wi-Fi. is what
Yeah,
the thing is.
see, by the time I'm able to afford a Tesla, I feel like I'll have made enough life decisions in my life to where I can prove that I'm like able to think things through like that.
There's no way.
But you don't think so?
This
By
problem.
the time you have your life in order, I think the Tesla's good and gone.
As soon as Bitcoin takes off, like I'm getting a
Bitcoin's-
Tesla.
I feel like where
Take it
you
off.
drive, you could own a
Again,
Tesla.
like right now it's like down again, but
No, I'm pretty sure
it's
it's
supposed to
been
go up to like 200% by the end of the year.
I don't think I can
Who said
afford
that?
Bitcoin though.
I don't know.
What's the Bitcoin at? Like $28,000. It's a
Uh,
little over
I think I have it in here.
28.1.
It's
Antonio, what was your favorite car you wanted
It's at
growing up?
29,000
Well,
right now.
growing up, I wanted one of those nice looking Chevy Corvettes.
Did you take his idea?
I think he took
I
mine
think he took my
before.
idea.
We actually spoke on this before we started recording.
No, this
and
is
he's
all-
like, "Oh man, that's right. Corvettes are pretty."
I forgot that I
nice.
wanted a Stingray.
But that's the thing. I just wanted a regular Corvette. I didn't want a Stingray.
Okay.
My answer's
'Cause-
much better.
Bro, I didn't even finish. I don't care about your answer right now. I still gotta talk.
You said your answer.
No.
Okay.
When I was younger. See,
Oh.
as the years progress, your mentality changes a lot.
You mature?
I think so.
I was born this way.
So like when I was
Lady
young,
Gaga
like,
told me that.
It was all the cigarettes.
elementary school, I really wanted a Corvette, and then I think high school, I just wanted like a lifted Silverado or a Tacoma.
Lake County.
Born and raised, actually just raised.
Yeah.
But now I just want like a solid family car.
Oh,
So,
that's
like,
practical.
Don't
It
you
is
have
very.
one?
I do. I have a Chevy Tahoe.
I love
But
it.
like
That's
the
a
new
nice-
ones look nice.
You want like the I don't know
the ZR1 editions or
No,
like
I
the
was
ZR2?
thinking I was thinking the GMC, like the things that they like have the Secret Service in while the president's going away.
The Suburban.
Is that a Suburban?
Yeah.
Okay, I was homeschooled.
It's like the smaller version of Suburban. It's like without the third row.
Okay.
But dude, those things are nice. Like
I-
those are solid. But
my family grew up with a Suburban because my
too.
mom was saying it was like the perfect like homeschool car. You know, you could put everything in it.
You can put your 17 siblings in the
17 siblings and their friends that want to go on the field trip, and then you can put all the supplies in the back, and you're good.
You could block out the windows so they can't see the outside world.
Yep.
Shelter them.
Really hone in on the bubbly.
If you get nicer ones, it like looks. It's like the movie The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. So it like looks like old time people. It's like you think you're like in the old times.
Yeah,
like you think you're living in the little house on the prairie.
Yep.
But yeah, like practical car.
Yeah.
Like a Tahoe, a 4Runner, but those things can be modded to look nasty.
I was gonna
like,
ask you
really
about
nice
4Runner because I really like.
I really love 4Runners, or even a Sequoia. Like those. Can
The tree?
Huh?
The tree?
No, Toyota.
Isn't there a Hillsong song about a?
No, it's
Sequoia?
John Mark McMillan, my favorite. Yeah.
There's Hillsong says something about a Sequoia. The seasons.
Well, they say a lot of
Seasons, yeah.
They say something about Sequoia.
I don't think so, but because
Riding up to Jesus' crib.
That one was like
I have sang that song. Sang that song?
That one was like my song, like
Is that the right term?
on
Sang
repeat
song?
while I was in like
I
depression.
sang that
I sang
song.
that song.
That
I
song
sang that
was like
song?
on my
From
on
something to
repeat.
Sequoia, it says something to Sequoia.
Hang on, let me go on Rap Genius.
Well, while you're doing that,
yeah. What was your favorite?
What was
car?
your
My turn?
dream car?
So
Dream
the
car.
first
Dream car.
dream car, I started playing Need for Speed Underground. And
First one
Yeah,
on the PlayStation.
yeah, the first that one, and then Fast and Furious. So the Nissan Skyline. 100%. Aren't they like $100,000 before they're even like?
They don't even make them anymore.
Yeah,
They're canceled that line again.
So the Nissan Skyline
But yeah,
was,
they're like
was
100.
first. I think a Lamborghini because I just thought they look cool.
And all the basketball players had one.
And Tracy McGrady had a Lamborghini, and I used to wait outside of every Magic game. Not every Magic game I went to the players' parking lot, and he would like peel out in his Lamborghini.
Just like LaMelo Ball, but he almost ran over like 5 people.
T-Mac was like civil about it. He was just like, hey, he would sign some autographs, and then he would just like a gentle peel out, enough to make the 8-year-olds be like, yay.
They give you a countdown and be like, all right, you got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
5 seconds back away.
Yeah. And you were right. It's from seed to sequoia. So from seed to sequoia.
Some
you know.
seed to Sequoia.
Yeah. Okay. I was
That's really
in
out
my
there.
defense. I was depressed when I was listening to that song. So I just was like.
From seed to Sequoia. So if I was rich, I want like a G-Wagon. Like the the Kardashian G-Wagons.
Yeah.
Those are
like bulletproof
Nice.
cars. Like that would be super. I see them at Windermere all the time. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Windermere
that
is like full of them.
That is super cool. And I really think my other dream car, I just want like a super nice Toyota Tacoma or a 4Runner. And so I have a Tacoma, but it's a 2006 and it's not very nice. But I really like my truck. So
Okay. Nice.
I think I'm living my dream right now. Are you guys not living your dream?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I guess.
Antonio's the only one with a kid right now. So I guess in the church's eyes, like he's the only one living the dream.
That is
He's
true.
married and a kid.
Do you have a white picket fence yet?
Yeah, no, I have a black fence around my balcony in my apartment
That's
building.
close.
It almost
So I
works.
guess depends how you really want to look at it.
It almost works.
Does it open up? Oh, you're on.
Look at that. It's like $149.
Where?
There you go.
There it is.
Look,
Just for you.
you can get your little guy a
A
little
bright
G-Wagon.
So right now we're just
Bright
looking at a
pink.
bright pink
It'll pop up down here.
$149
Yeah.
Mercedes G Wagon.
149. That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty good. Your dream can be now.
You can start
I
living
could
your
probably
dream.
fit in there.
I don't think
bet
so.
I bet they make a big enough one.
No, I mean you're small, but you're not that small. Like you're
Whoa, look at that. It's like,
That's pretty sick.
just imagine TJ.
My dog could fit in there. Is it electric?
it's electric. Boogie,
It's
woogie,
$149 and it's not electric,
Dude, I don't know. All right, I don't.
or is it like Flintstone version?
Listen,
and
it's-
you just
it's-
like move with your feet.
You probably have to have a parent's permission to like push it.
Parents' permission.
It doesn't
Is your son
say.
gonna ask for your permission? Hey,
Like,
Dad,
Dad, can I drive the G-Wagon?
But hey, at least it's like a sturdy backrest.
Yeah.
So you won't get scoliosis or something right
yeah.
there.
It's important.
Protect that posture. Protect
Weight.
that posture.
Approximate. Does it have a weight limit? Anyways.
8.7. No, that's the weight item. I don't know. Moving on.
All right, I want to learn today.
I'm so ready.
So like, here's what I've seen. Taylor Swift had 3 concerts.
She had one, and then she added 2 more. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
In Tampa.
In Tampa. sold out every single one of them.
The days that those concerts were on, my whole Instagram feed was just everybody.
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 Every
at that
single
freaking
person
concert.
and their mother.
Yeah, I was.
And TJ.
I
TJ.
saw you there and I was surprised, but I really shouldn't have.
I actually was wearing this exact fit, except for the hat.
So it
So
wasn't,
she-
on purpose.
So
it wasn't the
if
exact
she
one.
watches this right now, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember you."
It's like
I
one
don't
of the
think so.
70,000 people.
No, he was in the nosebleeds.
I was not.
I don't know.
I was in the...
American Dream.
I was not in the nosebleeds. I
No.
had good seats. I could have been closer for sure, but
Yeah.
I was in the lower bowl.
So what
So-
does your wallet feel like right now? Or what did your wallet feel like when you bought those tickets?
His wallet feels fine.
It's
His
fine
credit
because
card feels
Cassidy
heavy.
was... My wife was a verified Taylor Swift fan, so she was there for the first drop. So we paid a very decent price.
verified Taylor
like a-
Swift fan.
Well,
Okay, well they kind of have
You
that
have to buy...
for.
To be a verified fan, you had to buy a vinyl from her pre-release, get it, and inside the vinyl was a code. Then you got to sign up that code and wait like a certain amount of days, see if you did it in time to get an email from Taylor Swift herself. Not really.
Not really.
But to be a verified fan.
Don't
was the
say
whole
that.
process.
Like, what if there's like a kid watching online who's like, "Oh my goodness, Taylor Swift sent me an email,"
If you don't
and then
have,
you just said it wasn't really her.
if you don't have that
You just
certificate of
crushed-
authenticity, it doesn't count.
You just
it
crushed
doesn't
little
count.
kids'
I got
True,
a
because
Jama-
I used to think when on Sports Illustrated for kids, like the little posters they would have in there, I thought they were literally signed by the players.
Yep.
I didn't know
You
they were
just
like,
crushed.
The first time I got like a signed poster was a Jameer Nelson poster, and Jameer Nelson. It was like a Subway thing. I loved Jameer Nelson, man. He was so short and he was doing everything so great.
He was listed at 6 foot, and he was at least 4 inches shorter than I
Yeah,
was.
he was not 6 foot, but
and his
I got
shoes.
the certificate. I got the certificate of he was 6 foot when he jumped.
42 inches.
I got the certificate of authenticity, and I was a kid. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But now I look back on it, I'm like, oh no, wait, that was real. Oh wow, okay. So if you don't get a certificate of authenticity, it's not real.
But how do you
So,
get that from an email?
You get a separate email. That says,
No,
"Hey,
this
the
is
last one
legit
was
me,
real."
Taylor Swift.
The last one is
Anyways,
real.
Let me talk about T Swift. I used to take Jameer Nelson's order at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I used to get like 3 or 4 Chick-fil-A sandwiches and eat it there and leave. It was cool.
My
Yeah.
my sisters used to work at the one in Winter Park, like right like on Orlando Avenue, and he would come by, and him and Rashard Lewis.
Rashard Lewis.
Rashard Lewis, yeah. They would come by all the time and order the peach milkshakes when they were a thing.
My goal is to make this an Orlando Magic podcast eventually.
It's not going to be your goal for that.
100%. Anyways, Taylor Swift. So, I have known about the Taylor Swift craze for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
I have been together with my wife since 2013,
Mm-hmm.
and she does not like music. She likes Taylor Swift.
Hey,
It's
shout
just
out
like
to
my mo-
TJ's wife, 2013. That's a long
very
time.
nice, very nice.
Almost 10 years.
Wow.
Almost 10 years together, almost 7 years married.
That's a really long time.
Kind of like my mom, she didn't like
How long,
music.
how long has she been legal?
2013,
Really?
Wait, what?
18. Anyways, gosh. Felipe.
She was
Anyways,
20 when they
in
got married.
2013. No. Just like how she doesn't like music, she likes Taylor Swift. Just like how my mom didn't like music, she only likes Z88.3. Anyways, so Taylor Swift.
That was a real bummer, actually.
I have
missed
a
that
couple.
one.
I have a hot take with Taylor Swift right now.
Oh,
One,
coming in hot.
There
Okay.
is. I have never seen that many people be that crazy for one person in my entire life. There were
I have,
70,000
but we can't
people.
talk about it.
There were 70,000 people 3 nights in a row, and she's touring like for this entire year into next year. Every single show she has is sold out. She hasn't even released her Europe dates because of the whole Ticketmaster drama. She like broke Ticketmaster. Didn't Ticketmaster get sued because of all this?
Because of all the bots.
But all the
Yeah.
bots. But
And
anyways,
then the outrageous fee prices. I think it was like mostly the fees also. And
She-
since they had, I'm sorry, go ahead.
She was approached by a cryptocurrency guy, which turned out to be a scam, and was like, "Hey, endorse this, and we'll give you a bunch of money." And she was like, "I'm not doing it." And then it failed, and she was like one of the only people that wiped away, like got away clean.
Like FTX or something.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, because they had FTX actually sponsored
Oh,
or
that one
had their
guy.
name on top of
I knew nothing about crypto.
the arena for Miami. What was it used to be called? American Airline Arena.
Yeah, Miami
Yeah,
Heat
they
fan.
okay,
Over
whatever.
here, we-
At least
Yeah,
okay.
You
it was-
actually
it
did
was-
say it
it
right.
was the FTX.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, yeah,
FTX.
yeah. So it used to be called the FTX Arena, but because of that whole scandal of them tanking
Took it
and
away.
Wow.
becoming liars and thieves.
Anyways, this
and all
tour.
that.
Hot take. Go for it.
Thank you. I love that point. This tour is called the Eras Tour. So you're supposed to dress up as an era. I dressed up as
The 90s.
folklore Evermore, one of those albums, one of her like real
eras,
one of her eras.
Okay,
yeah. So
that's actually kind of cool.
She has had albums from 2006 to 2022 or 2023. So you dress up as the era. So every single person's dressed up in some crazy era. A lot of Pink from the early days, like people dressed up like this, or people dressed up from her new album. I can't remember the name of it. Doesn't matter.
It has Anti-Hero.
Yeah, it does have
Lavender
Anti-Hero.
Haze.
Cassie's gonna be so disappointed
man.
in me. Can you look it up, please? Let me continue to talk.
Help you out.
Let me continue to talk about this. So
I would have done the R song.
I then started doing some research because I was like, this girl has been on top of the game. And remember, she like started kind of like here and then got big.
Yeah.
And then some things happened where she was down here.
Yeah.
And then worked her way now she is just like in. Do you know there's conspiracy theories around her songs?
Really?
Is it like all about her boyfriends?
I think she could literally be like Marvel and create movies based on her albums in her own universe, because people, when she like writes songs, she thinks of ways that her fans will then think of what has happened in her life. And now she's writing music where she just makes up stories. So the Evermore and Folklore era are just her creating an idea and just like writing music about like a fake story.
Midnights,
thank
3
you.
a.m. edition.
Well, there's
like
there's there's the Midnights,
3 a.m.
and then that night we stayed up till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
to hear the 3 a.m. edition, which there's a song called Glitch.
This is a little culty.
Incredible. A little bit.
This is a little culty.
I did watch a documentary last night about a cult. Anyways,
It seems like
she could definitely start a cult.
I bet she could.
She could definitely start a cult.
I bet you there already are.
Anyway, so I was looking up Rolling Stones, because she writes all her music.
Yeah.
No,
she has. No, she has
can't.
2 writers. So she has written herself. She has come out and said she has written 54 songs without any help.
That's a lie.
And she has only 4 writers out of all her albums additional to her. There's no other credit. She comes up, even with one of her, I think it was 1989, she did all her voice memos on it.
Yeah.
And she comes up with every single melody. Every single melody she comes up with. And she writes 85 to 90% of every single song with pretty much zero help. And then she shows videos of the guys who help. Her boyfriend, which is now her ex-boyfriend, Joe Elwin or something like that.
Typical.
He used to write with her, but it's been the same guys. Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner, I want to say his name was. He played at the Saturday thing. Okay. And anyways, so I went on Rolling Stone thing that came out, and it's the top 100 greatest songwriters of all time.
You want
and in my opinion,
pull it up on us
yeah,
first?
I'll pull it up. Right here.
Pull it up.
Is that Bono on the?
Is that real? That's like Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
Like, that man's music
So
is mind blowing.
I'm pulling up
That's
the
messed
top
up. That's
100
foul.
greatest
Hold on.
songwriters of all time.
You can't just
Can't we-
ignore what he just said.
Did he say Bono?
No,
I
he
said Kurt
I
Cobain's
was
music
like,
was mind blowing. I love Nirvana.
Can I tell you? I told you the story the day I figured out Kurt Cobain died. It was like 14 years after he died, because I discovered Nirvana in 2004 or 5. Because I wasn't allowed to listen to like non-Christian music for a really long time. Then I found Green Day on my dad's iTunes, and I was like,
Green Day.
And so I was like, I listened to Green Day.
That's why you're a liberal.
Exactly. Anyways, and so
right.
I found out Nirvana, and I was listening to I've listened to Nirvana for like 2 years, and then I was like going through the internet in like 2006. I was like, Kurt Cobain died, and I looked up how, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, oh, he died like 12 years ago. Anyways,
It's terrible.
so I believe, you ready? I believe Taylor Swift will and probably should go down as the greatest songwriter of all time.
That's
Of
a
all
hot
time.
take. That's you're
Of
right.
all time.
You're right.
Because,
that is a hot take.
because
Who would you
I'm
put
going to
in
look
front?
up, who do you think's number 1? Because I thought of number 1 and I was
Elton
correct.
John.
Elton John and Billy Joel are really up there.
Yeah.
Number 1, people always say Bob Dylan, and that is who, I'm going to spoiler, that's who is number 1.
That's his
Really?
number 1.
Bob Dylan.
I can't
I
even
don't
name
think
that.
he's that good.
Let's see where Taylor Swift is right now.
What was that?
Taylor Swift is number 97.
Good.
97.
Keep her down there. She's not that. I mean,
She
I would
can't-
say
she
I
can't
would
be
say she's
97
like
and
top
have
20.
this- have
How
this much
many
of a
bangers
following.
does she have?
2.
Too many.
Too many.
That was good.
Too many.
That was a good one. I
That's
should've
the
said
correct
3.
answer. And just because
Name 'em.
she name the too
name
many.
We don't
5.
have
Name
time.
5.
We don't have time.
Name
Okay.
5.
Glitch, Anti-Hero. I'll talk her biggest songs. You Belong With Me.
Okay.
Sing it.
Romeo Town. Oh, that's not it. That's Love Story. That's Love Story.
See,
You Belong
you don't
With
need.
Me.
Continue. Taylor Swift.
Anti-Hero. That song's
That's
awesome.
brand new though.
Okay,
That's
but
a
it doesn't
banger,
mean
though.
it's not good. Champagne Problems.
That's awesome.
My friend, when I was at the concert, who lived 8 miles away from Tampa, was his girlfriend or fiance, told him to text me. He's like, are they playing Champagne Problems because they could hear it and everyone's singing it that loud?
Wow.
Champagne Problems.
So this person, someone with this much effect, cannot be 97.
I would say so.
Currently,
I
she's
can
like
see that.
in her early 30s.
She had to go on to the stage in a laundry basket, like every time.
Yeah, it's like a I forgot what it is, but okay. Bob Dylan's number 1. Number 2 is Paul McCartney.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Number
Yeah.
3 is John Lennon. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
But you got to remember also, like,
4,
this list.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Okay. How
No,
many
no,
many good songs did Chuck
Hold on.
Berry write?
Ida Red, Maybelline. I'm just reading off the list
I
right
don't even
now.
know these songs. And why is
No Money
every
Down?
good person like
Dead?
Old.
yes,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they're like in the
'cause
50s or 60s? It's like
it makes
movies.
sense, though. Hold on, no. Time out. It makes sense that, Bob Dylan, Paul McCartney,
That makes sense.
they lived a full life.
That makes sense.
Taylor
Yes.
Swift hasn't lived her full life yet.
I agree. I
Well,
agree.
John,
we
I
don't-
said-
John
I
Lennon
said
technically didn't.
at the
I'm
end of
being
her career.
serious. He didn't.
You're right.
I know it's the
But-
second time I brought that up, but I mean, he
You're
did.
telling me that Smokey Robinson should be in the top 5.
He's lived.
He is like 110 years old. Okay, but anyways,
Look,
this is
look at the first sentence. Go back
Mick
down.
Jagger?
Okay, first off,
Mick
hold on.
Jagger?
Time out. You need to stop. We're talking about a really good brand, like really, really good band.
Yeah, Rolling
So-
Stones is phenomenal.
We're talking about a band who's been around since like
I can't. It is
what,
good.
the 50s, 60s,
60s.
till now still.
Them and the Beatles were like.
I was
Yeah.
pretty excited to see that Bob Marley was number 11.
So you're telling me that you think
Let me-
Taylor
let me-
Swift is
let me
better
tell-
than Stevie Wonder?
So this is what I'm talking about right now. So a lot of these people have lived a long time. Felipe is shaking his head. So let me tell you. So you know how we look at Michael Jordan right now?
No.
And he is the greatest basketball player of all time because he went 6 for 6 in the NBA Finals.
LeBron James.
He
is better.
is
The flu game?
I'm going to talk about this, and that means you agree with me. And so
I
let
hope
me.
LeBron like injects himself with COVID for one game so he can have a COVID game.
He probably has.
I would not. I would make the biggest deal because MJ's flu
I think he
game
can
is
get canceled
iconic.
for doing a COVID game. Regardless. So Michael Jordan is
true.
known for his greatness because of his efficiency, of how many great seasons he had, even though it took him 8 to 9 years to win his first NBA Finals, which no one wants to talk about because he couldn't win it for a long time.
because he didn't have that team around him.
Exactly. But he
gonna
won 3 in a
pause.
row. He won 3 in a row
Pause, yeah.
twice, which is incredibly impressive. But LeBron James, who's undoubtedly, in my opinion, the second greatest basketball player of all time, will go down of having the greatest career of all time because he has played. He's at year 20. He's going to probably play another 3 to 4 years. He's already
LeBron.
number 1 in points. He'll be in top 5 in assists, rebounds, probably steals. He'll be number 1 in minutes. He'll be number 1 in field goal. He'll be number 1 in so many categories. And he's won 4 championships. He possibly could win another one this year. Maybe. He's won 4 NBA. He's won 4 MVPs. He's been on first team all defense before. Anyways,
Do you think he's gonna play with
his
Bronny?
longevity is going to prove his success. I think Taylor Swift's longevity will prove her success to be probably
If she
top
stays-
10,
if
but
she stays
should
at this
be
level.
the
think so.
number 1.
I don't
And
think
why
so.
is everyone? There's not somebody from this millennia in this list. And in the secondly, the people
Okay, first
who
off, you
came
think
up with
she's
the
better
Rolling
than
Stone-
Prince?
Not yet, but she will.
No, but you can't
But
say
she
that.
will.
Thank you.
Felipe's
No,
losing
thank
his
you.
mind.
You can speak, Felipe.
Felipe's
You
losing
can
his
talk.
mind.
We need to get you a mic or
Who
something.
the heck is Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller? These
Google 'em.
guys,
Gosh.
these
Google 'em.
guys wrote probably
Google
a
'em.
song and a half.
Jailhouse Rock?
Cool.
Taylor Swift's lucky.
You're telling
It's
me
like this.
Lavender Haze is better than Jailhouse Rock?
Let me
Oh,
talk.
they wrote it for
Let
Elvis.
me
Yeah,
cook.
because they're the songwriters.
Let
Yeah.
me cook.
Yeah.
I think you've cooked.
You're cooking, bro.
I think time
I
is
think
up.
I think also the technology that we have now can help her.
Swifties, help me out.
They're not gonna.
Swifties.
They're not gonna help.
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
watch out. The Swifties are
Please,
coming. Felipe, if you
please.
put this on the internet, the Swifties will come. They
Yeah.
will be here.
They will
Talk about
hopefully
it. Put it in the comments.
They will. Yes,
She will go
yes.
down
Talk about it.
as arguably the best songwriter of all time because of her longevity. She has all her the melodies she come up with.
But don't
she
say
comes up with all the melodies.
Do not say longevity, because
Why?
I think that's not a valid argument.
If
So
you're,
if LeBron
if you're
James-
top for
I'm
the
not-
longest time,
Bob Dylan.
like Bob Dylan,
If
she can maintain it, she probably
She just
can.
broke a record of this year because her top 10, her songs, the top 10 of the Billboard charts were all of her midnight songs for like 2 to 3 weeks. Her
Okay.
entire album was the top 10,
Yeah,
top 12, or how many songs she had.
did hear about that.
For
I'm
what
done.
time period though? Because you
Like,
can
when it
argue
came-
Bad Bunny's album
Bad Bunny's great.
Un Verano Sin Ti was like
Como
top 10
estás?
for a
Muy bien,
while.
let's go.
That's the
Also,
name of the album, bro.
Why isn't there a Spanish person in this entire top 100 list?
Because Rolling Stone is
No, you can't say because there's black people.
No, I was about to say I was gonna say it was white, but there's definitely a mixture of color. Which
Yeah.
is
But anyways,
phenomenal.
just like how movies, like you know how you look up the top 100 movies of all time, and it's some black and white movie no one wants to watch anymore except
Yeah.
for your 94-year-old great grandfather.
No, look it up. Look it up right now. Actually, you keep on talking. I'll look it up.
It's probably Shawshank Redemption is number one.
Shawshank Redemption.
What did I call it? Shawshank? Shawshank?
Sean Shake's Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption is probably
Shakes.
number one, or Schindler's List or something like that. Which that one was black and white on purpose.
Schindler's List was phenomenal.
Anyways, I'm done. All I'm saying is put respect on my girl T Swift's name.
No one's putting any disrespect on her name. We're just
Because
saying.
if someone watched the movie Transformers in the year 1954, they would lose. They would probably find the director and think he had witchcraft and hang him or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Taylor Swift.
Well, okay, but
according to the
We'll go
American
down-
Film Institute, Citizen Kane, 1941.
You gotta be kidding me.
1941.
That's when it came out.
1941 movie. I would rather watch Camp Rock than Citizen Kane.
Followed
And I just
by-
did.
Sherlock Holmes' Game of Shadows is better than that.
Followed by. I'm just gonna pull up the list on the TV for you guys because.
Casablanca, 1940, 1953, 1972.
Okay, number 3 is The Godfather. First off.
How many movies came out
Godfather's
in
not
1941? That's like the
I
second
just
movie that
closed
ever
it.
came out.
Oh.
Anyways, I'm done. What's up next?
I'm not technologically-
Taylor Swift. Do you agree or disagree that Taylor Swift should be higher on this list?
She
And
should
at
be
the end,
higher.
at the end of his career,
I would agree she should be higher.
go down.
She should be
She
higher.
has written all of her songs.
And she's rewriting or she's re-recording.
You know who's in
everything.
front of her on this list? Kanye West.
I can agree with that. That man is a
And she wrote a
genius.
song called Karma.
Are
Karma
the
is my
things that
boyfriend.
Kanye West does outside of music, does that negate his ability to be?
I probably shouldn't talk
higher
about
up?
Kanye West. But
No, we're just talking about him as an artist.
As an artist, do you think all the controversies?
no, he's
surrounding
a
him-
musical genius, but he's
Well, and a really good entrepreneur
Yeah.
because his deal with Adidas is unheard
Ridiculous.
X deal with Adidas.
of. No, they called him back.
Did they?
Yeah.
Because of 21 Jump Street? I don't
know about 21
Let's move on.
I don't know about all that.
All of those top 10, top 12 movies are 19.
Is there any movie with
1940,
the 2 in front of it?
No.
It's incredible that there's not a movie with a 2 in front of it.
Yeah.
2000, because I'm telling you, the movie
Look at this Stagecoach,
I would rather
1939.
watch. You gotta be kidding me. What is Some Like It Hot? What even is that?
I've never
I don't
heard
know.
any of these movies.
Marilyn
Psycho's
Monroe.
good.
Marilyn Monroe.
Did the American Film Institute dissolve in 2000?
They literally
2001.
dissolve when they're like, oh, these people with CGI.
Yeah.
This is horrible. Avengers Endgame. If someone saw Avengers
Okay,
Endgame
all right, hold
when
on.
Citizen Kane came out,
Marvel
they
is
would be like,
completely different. Marvel is completely different. No Marvel movie's winning an Oscar.
North by Northwest. I guarantee you, there's no one in this world within a 50-mile radius has seen that movie
Okay,
under
first
the age
off,
of 60.
you just said.
You're wearing
First off, you
Windermere.
just said
What are you
no one in
talking
this
about?
world, and then no one in a.
He had
20
to
mile
scale it back.
radius.
Yeah,
Except for the
50
American film. I'm done. Okay.
We're in. Okay, first of all, we're in Windermere right now.
Okay, second off,
Lots
there's
of old
a lot
people.
of these
Somebody
movies.
has to
They
say
probably
it,
have
and I'm
the-
going to say
they
it.
probably.
A lot of these movies are a lot better than
Jaws. Okay.
Endgame.
all right. Yes.
Better?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's some.
The Godfather.
Endgame.
great.
Endgame is just a fun
Pulp
movie.
Fiction.
I'm not saying old
Pulp
movies.
Fiction was really good.
I'm not
Yankee
saying-
Doodle Dandy from 1942 was a straight banger, dude.
The fact that Yankee Doodle Dandy's in the top 100 over, literally, over the
A Clockwork Orange.
Yankee Doodle Dandy? What the heck is that?
A movie.
You know the movie where he sticks the feather in his hat, right?
Yeah.
Called it. You know what he called it? Macaroni.
Wait, are you singing a song?
Thrilling plot. Let me tell you.
I forgot that was a song.
The character development in it is magnificent. Anyway,
I don't like. I have
do
never
I-
been in a fight in my life, really. I don't know if you can tell that by the everything about me, but I would fight an old person if they said Yankee Doodle Dandy should be in the top 100 movies of all time.
Oh my gosh, that is a
That
hot
is.
take.
What if
That
you
is a
would
hot
lost
take.
that
I
fight?
probably would. Because
Then
a
you're
lot of those
just-
guys went to
Okay,
like wars.
Let's bring
The
it.
biggest thing I fought was
there's a guy
conversation with my mom.
There's a guy in our church that used to be in the SWAT team, and he's pretty old. I think he's in his 60s.
He'd definitely beat me up.
Yeah,
The guy who did that
60s,
table
yeah.
thing.
yeah. He's
He's
a
not in his
carpenter.
60s.
I won't start getting confident
Where
until
is
like
he?
He's like late 50s.
No,
But he's jacked.
He's
Oh,
he's jacked.
continues his fitness regimen.
sweating. I'm so upset.
I feel like okay.
She's just not that good.
We'll see what Tom. We'll see what he. Thinks.
She's
Meet
great.
me in the year 2050,
She'd
and
break.
she should get her flowers. I almost said feathers. Feathers.
Because Yankee Doodle.
I think her ex-boyfriend gave her flowers one time.
Couple of them.
Yeah.
She had some stellar ex-boyfriends, by the way.
Joe Jonas, apparently.
Jake Gyllenhaal. John Mayer.
Oh, I forgot she and John Mayer.
Wrote a song called
John
Dear
Mayer is
John.
probably one of the greatest guitar players in the world.
And he's not even on this top 100 list, and he probably has a lot of songwriters. He's a great guitar player. Anyways.
Yeah.
So that's a good lie you told us, that Taylor Swift is good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
I almost flamed her because everybody likes to get on her about the amount of ex-boyfriends in it, but really, like, that's just a factor of dating. Like, you have to have a lot of exes.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Well, you don't have to have a lot of exes, but it's healthy.
Who told you that lie? You need that many exes.
Well, it's not a lie. No,
you need that many exes?
You don't need exes. You know, that's not what I'm saying.
Did the church tell you that?
No. You need a date. Like, you need to sift through.
Dolly Parton needs to be higher. She's number 30.
No, I think she's right where she needs to be. Are you still on this?
My boy, we're moving on.
Okay.
Michael Jackson's 34.
He should be off the list.
Excuse me?
I'm just kidding.
I know a lot of elderly people who disagree.
Yeah.
And by elderly, I mean like 30 and up.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm 30 and up. Is it 31 and up? Is it like, am I
31 and
Because
up.
I don't think I'm in my 30s. I'm 30.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're old.
Okay.
But
No, I'm just kidding. My range for older people has moved on, but
yeah.
it's like
The fact that
50 and
Bono's
up.
on this list and he forced a song on all of us. Okay, let's go. I deleted it.
Yeah, let's
They're
talk
like-
about Paolo.
Yeah, the
We have
rookie
an
of the
incredible
year.
social media team.
Yeah.
Are you looking right in the camera when you're saying that? Do you think the social media team's gonna look?
They're gonna look at you like,
respond
TJ,
back.
can you
I
please-"
loosely know someone on the social media team.
Loosely.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a
like friends of a cousin's?
family friend's husband. But like we're not like that close.
Family friends. Okay. I got you.
Kind of like I think he was my godfather. Do you still have godparents after the
Yeah,
turn?
Levi has godparents.
Well, yeah, because he's a baby. But like
No, they stay with you.
Yeah,
Even when I'm-
they stay with you.
Yeah.
hope-
I think. Comment down below.
godfather,
if that's
please
a sales
financially
thing.
support me.
No, he lives in Windermere. He's good.
Okay.
I'm kidding. He lives in a pop.
Yeah, Paulo Banchero, rookie of the year. Shout out to the Orlando Magic. We are based in Orlando.
That's not how you pronounced his name before.
Paulo Banchero.
Banchero?
It's Banchero.
I thought it was Huevos.
Huevos
It's
Rancheros.
Huevos Bancheros.
Huevos
That's his
Bancheros.
shoes or his shoe line. It wasn't
I thought
even
it
his
was
shoe line.
Ranchero.
Jason. Huevos That's Rancheros. I'm not like
You want me to call you a wambulance?
ambulance. Paulo Banchero wins Rookie of the Year. He is the third Magic player to win Rookie of the Year.
Who are the other two?
Mike
long have
Miller
you guys been a
and
franchise?
Shaq.
Shaq.
1992. Pretty much the same year. I think the Heat. Oh no, 1998. 1989. Sorry.
Those are
1989.
like 4 different years.
Well, 89, 98. I got.
You have dyslexia?
No, but I
Hey,
might.
shout out to
He's
people
got
who have
everything
that.
else though.
I got everything. I got all the other stuff.
Dyslexia is the next
I
one.
think the
He's like,
Magic-
Infinity Gauntlet.
Look it
Bring
up.
it back to Marvel.
Look it up. I think the Magic and the Heat were part of the same expansion, or I think the Heat came 1 year before. But everyone thinks Miami's cool for some weird reason.
Because we have the better city.
When are we going to be established enough as like a country sports before we get promotion relegation?
When is Miami just not going to be a part of the States anymore?
1989.
Well, I think
Or Heat too.
Oh, okay. Can you?
There was multiple teams. I think it was the Timberwolves. No, Magic, Timberwolves, Heat. It was a few teams that came in 1989, but Orlando in 1989 was like not a solid like city. But congrats, Paulo Banchero, Rookie of the Year.
so. What qualifies
Please.
him as rookie of the year? Like
He
what,
led-
1988.
So this is the year before.
Yeah, we're older.
So it makes sense why you guys have like 4 more championships.
No, we also have like
You
a
have 3?
better city. We have a better culture. We have a better athletes.
Your culture is just Cuba.
Yeah, you got a problem with Cubans? Hey,
No, I'm just
hey,
saying.
you heard it here first.
No.
You heard it here
That's
first.
not what I
folks.
said.
you know what?
The
So-
Charlotte Hornets were also 1988.
That's it. So I have been so the Miami Heat, Lakers, Knicks are my least favorite NBA teams. But when I was watching the Heat in the NBA playoffs this year, I really like Jimmy Butler. I really like
mean
Hemi buckets.
Hemi
Hemi
buckets.
buckets.
I really like Spoelstra. I really like Adebayo. I despise Kyle Lowry. That is my least favorite player probably on this planet.
What about Draymond Green?
Wait, that's-
I'm fine with Draymond, but he's on the Warriors.
Yeah.
But anyways, all that to say, and I like Pat Riley, so I don't
What was the other
like.
guy? Lance-
I think I don't
Lance
like
Stevens?
Miami
I got
fans,
you.
but I like you. So maybe I am a Heat fan.
Maybe
I'm not at all.
it's a
but
Florida thing. Like if they're in the playoffs and the Magic aren't, I'm rooting for them because they're
I'm not, but-
because they're Florida.
I'm rooting for Jimmy Butler. Anyways, but
Hemi Butler.
congrats, Paulo, Rookie of the Year. Orlando Magic title. Alex Martin's our CEO of the Orlando Magic, said we could win a title by 2030, and he said that in like 2014, and we're getting pretty close. So
Yeah, it's getting close.
So I feel like we have a shot
Who are we gonna get in the draft? We're gonna get that tall French guy.
if we can get number one.
And what? Oh, there's a
We
lottery,
have the
right?
Yeah, so we have the 6th best odds, and then the Chicago's lottery pick at the 11th best odds.
The Bleacher Report thinks that the Orlando Magic versus the Miami Heat is one of the best rivalries there is in the NBA.
Yeah, for me it is, and I think it could eventually become. I hope the Heat and the
Not
Magic
even-
can be good
not
at the same
even
time.
Knicks and Nets. Is that a thing?
Because Nets are irrelevant, and I feel like that's how people view Miami and Orlando.
Is it-
Orlando is
Orlando's
irrelevant.
like, because the Nets were in New Jersey for so long,
Oh.
and like Brooklyn now, I feel like there's like a little bit of a culture.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, yo, shout out Brooklyn.
Shout out Jay-Z.
Tell me about this sport I do not know anything about.
Oh, it's called football, first off.
Amen.
Anybody
Soccer?
who calls it soccer is...
I agree.
American.
I agree.
American.
I 100% agree. Because when you say football, I think of FUT.
Yeah.
But when you say
FUT?
football, maybe you should start with like the team. Anyways, tell me about this.
So Wrexham.
'Cause I know nothing about
Wrexham
this.
is a 5th tier team in England. So in England, you have like a pyramid. It's a pyramid. It's a multi-level
marketing scheme.
multi-level marketing scheme. You know, where the Premier League, where like Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, all
I was
that.
about to say you better shout out Tottenham.
Liverpool, they're like top tier.
Okay.
Always.
I know
always
about
have
that.
been,
Maybe not so much
you know.
Tottenham being top tier.
Well, they've been there for
Can't you,
a long,
like-
long time.
If you do bad enough, you go down.
Yeah, so that's the promotion relegation thing that
That I think we
every-
should have here in the United
everybody's
States.
pushing it for the
Please
United
not, because the
States.
Magic probably wouldn't have been there. Magic would be in.
Could you
Well, we could be
imagine-
really good in the G
Yeah.
League.
Yeah, no, we exactly. So
You
that's
dominate, but then you get promoted
back into the NBA.
into the NBA,
Yes.
and
I
then you're
kind of
trying not
like
to get
this.
relegated.
It's really cool, but it costs a lot of
Because
money.
the Kings would be far gone.
Yes.
Well, explain how,
Yeah.
explain
So-
Premier, then Championship.
yeah. So there's something called the English Football League, which is like the top 4 tiers in England.
Okay.
So you got the Premier League, then you got the Championship, the EFL Championship, English Football League. Then you got League One, then you got League Two, then you have what's called non-leagues.
And not to be confused with Ligue 1, which is French.
French, yes.
The,
Yeah,
Fr-
which
the
is
French
tier.
top league.
Yeah, so every country,
cares about that?
every country in Europe has their own form of promotion relegation.
Adam Silver.
Actually,
Make it happen.
I think every country in the world except for Canada and the USA.
Yeah, the U.S. for some reason.
We're not good enough
even
to have
even Mexico.
multi-level.
Mexico has 2 seasons in one season, and they have promotion relegation, but their system.
Doesn't the US have 2 levels? Because I thought City.
We actually
I thought,
have 4.
I thought,
4 or
yeah, I
5.
thought City was below for a while because Tampa
were.
has a team, or St. Peter.
Ta-
St. Pete.
ta-
St. Augustine?
Tampa.
St. Pete. I always get them mixed up.
Tampa.
Tampa does.
And then
Ta-
Miami has 2 teams.
Yeah, and so Miami has Inter Miami, then they have Miami FC, everything like that.
Is
which
Miami
you-
FC good? Or
What?
have they been good?
They're all right, but
They're
they're not.
all right.
I want more from them. They need to kick out
You can
Neville.
You can really see when you mean Inter Miami, right?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yes, Inter Miami. Kick
Neville.
out
The one that's
kick out
the
Neville.
one that's won.
We need a new manager. Inter Miami.
Inter Miami. MLS.
Inter
MLS.
Miami. Yeah, Inter Miami.
Yeah. So
Wow, you are clueless when it comes to football.
which is great because that's
That
just
you-
fun for everybody like that.
I'm learning.
You know, it's great.
I still think Kaka's on the.
Kaká retired.
You can't say that on live podcast.
Yeah,
that's a bad word.
That's a bad
That
word in
means poop.
Spanish. Yeah.
Doesn't mean poop.
Poop.
Shout out Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, boy.
Love that show.
It's such a great show.
I have not. I've only watched like 2 episodes of Ted Lasso.
You should. You actually, it'll probably help you
It would-
understand
it would help.
soccer.
My
My
because
dad
football.
talks about it too much for me, and Marcio talks
I
about
get
it
it,
way
I
too
get
much.
it.
My brother-in-law talks about it way too much for me to like start watching it. I gotta wait till they stop watching it, and then I can get into it.
Gotcha.
This one be.
So Wrexham at their best time.
Well, where's
in the
Wrexham?
second. Wrexham at their best league was in the second tier, and then they immediately got bumped down to 3. So they've been a consistent 3rd or 4th tier team.
So they're part of that.
The EFL, yeah. So,
Well,
but then they got knocked down to
promotion-
the 5th tier. The 5th tier is the national league, right? So it's non-league.
But
And-
which is wild. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're fine.
Those players get paid close to nothing.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
a
still
part-time
play.
gig.
So
Yeah.
it's like old NBA, like they're like
Yeah.
plumbers and electricians on the side. Or
Yes,
whatever.
It's like the World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
that,
Czechoslovakia.
where the pitcher was like an electrician.
Baseball is my least favorite sport to watch, but the World Baseball Classic is probably one of
amazing.
my favorite things. to
Anything with like national pride in it is so amazing. Because
Which is why I think
everybody
it's
gets behind it.
really dumb that we call ourselves world champions on different things, like
Well,
for the NBA.
Who's
watch.
gonna?
Well, for American football, 100%, because if we go up against any other country,
New Zealand or rugby players, if they decided to play, American football.
yeah, but they haven't even started to play. Like it's
You know how many
Rugby
drop?
is
They
kinda the
probably
same.
dropped the passes.
Canada has a league, right?
Yeah, they have a league.
Yeah,
but it's
the
different
Canada
rules.
Football League. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Continue,
sorry.
Wrexham.
You're fine. So they've been fifth tier for a long time, for 15 years. And before Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney came in to own it, the
For those who
owner-
don't know, Ryan Reynolds is Blake Lively's husband.
Yes.
And-
Gossip
Scarlett
Girl.
Johansson's ex-husband.
Yes.
He was married to Scarlett.
Exactly. That's I
him.
literally
When?
found out 2 weeks ago
Good for him, man.
that they were
Or
married.
good for her. Good for her.
And they're in the same uni? Wow.
That's amazing.
Uni?
Universe.
Oh, I was like, is that like a clothing thing?
Oh,
Shopping abbreviations.
I was like, they went
Maybe
to
don't
college
shop.
together?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
There's another Hillsong song where it's like Universe.
Ooh, no,
Anyways,
that's a deep cut. Their owner before these two tried to say that he was good, yeah, I'm gonna get you guys back up, but he just kept like cutting funding, and like tried to dissolve the team, and build a shopping center there. And Wrexham is like the third oldest team in the world.
yeah.
So this is like
18
killing
something.
history. Yeah, whatever.
I got
it
it.
is.
I'll pull it up.
This is like killing history.
What they kick back then?
Yeah. So they kicked him out.
Do they think they're the greatest team of all time in 1822?
No.
1864,
1864. Yeah.
Wrexham, Wales.
Yep. So Rob and Ryan came in, and then last season they
How much was it?
The owners, that's awesome. Hold on. R.R. McReynolds Company, LLC is the owner.
Yep.
How much did he
RR
buy it for? Continue though.
McReynolds.
I always want to know that.
I don't know what they bought it for, but
I can look it up.
They were immediately accused of just trying to buy the league. You know,
Okay.
just trying to buy their way up. But so like the average team, like Chesterfield, a non-league team, their budget is like $880,215. You know, that's about £700,000. Wrexham brought in just $1.63 million in retail, and $1.32 million in sponsorship. So their budget is ridiculously high. You
So
know,
they probably don't even have TV deals and stuff like.
They do.
Major sports.
Wrexham, yeah. The FX has a series.
they had but you can't watch the games. Is what you're getting at.
Well, I'm saying like NBA teams, like the TV deals are about to come up, so like NBA players are gonna be able to make $90 million a year coming.
So
Right.
following the takeover, this is from Wikipedia, so you take it as you want. It's a dark.org website.
.org.
So
Amen.
Wikipedia is a little bit more credible now.
There you go.
A docu-series called Welcome to Wrexham was announced to be in production for FX. The series debuted in August 2022 on FX and Hulu, followed by a release on Disney Plus in the United Kingdom and Ireland the next day.
Yeah, so they have a documentary.
I'll
So
watch
it's
pretty good, actually.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: they didn't get promoted last season.
No, okay.
Sorry, but this season they got promoted, and everybody in the comments was just like, "Oh, I guess that's what happens when you pour money into this and whatever."
Well, people also kept on saying that because Reynolds sold Mint for like $1 billion.
Yeah,
And they thought he was going to use that to fund Wrexham some more.
Right. When really all they're putting their money into is rebuilding the stadium, because they had this whole end that was just desecrated.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Absolutely just like falling apart. So they tore it down and brought plans up for like this massive upgrade to it. And also I think you need like certain amount of capacity every time you move up.
2.5 million
They bought it for
is all
2.5.
they spent.
To buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because right now I think that they spent almost $5 million on player wages.
Yeah, so I mean, he could have done that. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah.
Him.
Oh yeah. It's easy. Well, yeah. Exactly. They
Not
almost
easy for me. But
they spent almost $5 million last season on player wages, like staff wages, all this kind of cost. So like their costs, according to the Athletic, were like ridiculously high. And again, Chesterfield, not even $1 million was going to be spent. So a lot of people say that like that's going to be a problem going forward with the sport, is like everybody's just going to buy, like especially with all like the Saudi money and the oil money and everything like that. Like
you look what the Saudis are doing in golf.
the Saudis are doing
Live golf, baby.
Exactly.
Did you go to that?
No,
did.
I was so disappointed that I couldn't.
I did.
I don't know why I didn't go.
I heard it was
I
awesome.
really.
It's really loud.
It's lit.
Loud?
Can I say
So
that? Lit.
that's-
Quick definition: lit means fun.
But like, I know it was like golf but loud.
Yeah.
But like it's like while people are putting.
Oh, I mean
Like,
that's a little
it's
disrespectful.
crazy.
You got to
Not-
focus on a putt.
But not like on every hole, but like on the holes where there's.
Oh, they
the-
have party holes.
the party holes.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I
awesome. I saw the
I
Mexican
was
one.
in the birdie. What was it called? Birdie's nest or something like that. I don't think that's right. but there was like
That
a place
sounds
to have food and stuff. But there
Yeah.
was like crazy music going on.
Yeah.
So Liverpool could be between 3 to 5 billion pounds
Yeah. Like they are.
if somebody wanted to buy it.
Okay, so like a actual
real-
franchise,
like,
because that's what
from
NBA.
Premier.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 billion. I think that's like what the Warriors would be. NFL teams or like
But it-
Cowboys.
if you pour money into something, there's no guarantee that it's gonna work. Because Paris, your brother-in-law Marcio, he's a big fan of Paris. They've spent
Is he?
Paris what? Paris Saint-Germain?
Paris Saint-Germain, yeah, PSG.
Marshall's the biggest bandwagoner right now.
He is because
Mbappe's
Messi,
there, Messi.
Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, all these massive.
I bet you Felipe, our producer, is probably a bandwagoner too.
He probably.
You like PSG, don't you?
No, he likes Palmeiras.
Yeah, he nodded.
Palmeiras, Gallo. No, you don't.
Gallo, Palmeiras, yes,
Okay, gotcha. Okay, Gallo Palmeiras.
Shout out Bruno.
Palmeiras. Bye. So Chelsea have spent almost $1 billion in like players and everything like that. Chelsea's a West London team, top tier.
Yeah,
Always have been, always will be.
Not this year.
I have a friend from
Not this
there,
season.
and he's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, so they're 11th right now in the league,
Yeah.
and $1 billion should get you anything you want ever, right?
Sure.
You can't just buy. I don't think it's possible that you could buy your way into whatever you want.
You have to be good enough.
It depends on the thing. Sports wise, no.
Right,
can't
that's
buy
what,
it,
that's
but
what I
like
mean. That's what I mean. You can't
you-
just buy championships.
presents.
Do you think they would like a player who's in a top tier league would come down to their league?
Well, Wrexham actually,
Is that
or
what hap-
Rob
is that-
McInerney.
is that what's happening?
How you say his last name again?
Rob McElhenney.
That guy, Rob, actually tweeted out to Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
To like, hey, Gareth Bale, top guy, probably the best player Wales has ever produced.
He carried Wales in the World Cup this past year.
Okay.
Before he retired, he did
No, he didn't.
He did.
They didn't get that far.
because nobody else was playing. with
Maybe
him.
because he wasn't that good.
Gareth Bale was
Anyways,
the only one.
really good.
Didn't
Really good
Bale
pl-
score against? Yeah, he scored the penalty. Okay.
Yeah, a penalty.
Because
that's
Tim,
like
because Tim
Messi.
Ream just like came from the back.
Tim
and just-
Ream is an American goalkeeper.
No, center back.
Whatever, same thing.
part of- he's
Anyways,
part of
besides the
the
point.
He's so entertained.
My ADHD is real. I'm just like,
Basketball though.
Yeah.
I bet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so like Rob tweeted out to Gareth Bale to come over to play, and Gareth Bale is like a top quality
Yeah.
soccer player.
it's kind of like college football with the NIL deal. Now players are just going to some like small
Yeah.
school because they can make just as much money and then still get drafted without any worries. But bring it on. So what's your opinion? Do you think this is a problem or do you think this is fine?
No, I think
with the Wrexham thing.
Yeah.
I
I
think
never thought of it as a problem to begin with.
I think they're just making good investments, and that's why they're winning. 'Cause
I think
Chelsea is not.
Oh, so they're playing well
PSG.
now. Though.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, it's chemistry.
They
Out the
set the
wazoo.
record for the most points earned. Like you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 for a loss. They set the record for the most points earned in the league, ever.
But to be fair, it's
Pop
not a
off
good
Ryan
thing.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
He didn't do anything. But
So
yeah,
they're going up to the League Two. Now.
it's all Mullins.
Paul Mullins. Yeah.
Best Ryan Reynolds
Ollie
movie.
Deadpool 1 and 2.
Uh,
Actually, I don't know. That's a good question.
Babe, what was the one that we watched with Ryan Reynolds?
Just Friends.
No.
Just Friends is awesome.
What's the one with Just Go With It? Just Go With It? Is
no.
That's not Ryan Reynolds.
No. The
Who's that?
Proposal.
Green
the
Lantern?
Proposal is by far his best movie.
The Green
With
I
Lantern?
saw
Sandra-
Green Lantern and I
That-
was like, this is terrible.
He made fun of it.
Good.
Like the first trailer for Deadpool,
Oh, yeah,
he
he
makes
makes
fun of it. He's like, just don't make my costume green
Yeah.
or CGI.
Yeah.
Because
Really
of the
funny.
first-
Because of
that
the Green
X-Men.
Lantern.
Good,
Yeah.
good for him. Ryan knows how to like make
He
himself.
knows. He's good. But yeah, The Proposal with Sandra Bullock.
That one was good.
Ryan
that
Reynolds,
was the one.
Betty
That
White,
was the one that we watched. Yeah.
Star-studded cast.
Yeah.
It was a really good cast.
I actually did like that.
She loses
Have you
the
gotten into
dog to like an
rom-coms
eagle.
with Cassidy yet?
Yeah.
Okay. What rom-coms have you seen? We got like 2 minutes. Let's end with this.
Trying to think of my favorite rom-com. Best rom-com of all time is.
Anything with like Richard Gere or
My mom has a big old crush on Richard Gere.
Honestly.
Oh my goodness.
honestly,
Anything Richard Gere, my mom was like,
Have you seen that, man?
No.
I hope
We don't
it
got time for it.
I'm gonna show you.
No. We don't have time. I'm okay with it. We don't got time
Just
for that.
Friends. I think that's the one I'm thinking of with Ryan Reynolds. I think it's something like that. Just Friends.
Yes, Just Friends.
That's a funny one. And there's a movie about where he is a brother. Is that not Ryan Reynolds? That's somebody else. Never mind.
Look how
Step Brothers.
beautiful this man is.
How old is
Well,
he
he's
now?
old, dude.
I know, but he is so beautiful.
He's like older George Clooney.
But I think top rom-coms would have to be like Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
You Got Mail.
Tom Hanks, just
You've
like
Got Mail.
anytime
You've Got
else.
That was a
Hanks.
really good one. The Proposal is still a really good one. That one just topped. Like no, that
Why am I going
held
blank
for
on,
being
like,
early
my favorite
2000s.
rom-coms of all time.
Big guy. No, Big
Oh.
was a really good movie.
It's a rom-com.
No, I'm just saying old movies now.
Tom Hanks. Have you guys seen? Speaking of Tom Hanks, this is probably a rom-com. Turner and Hooch. You've never seen Turner and Hooch?
No, I think
He's like a-
I
he's
hear
a poli-
hooch and I think of like alcohol.
He's a police
Are you like a
officer
hooch
and he
runner?
has a dog and it's a big dog and it's like a dog is like this dog's a big problem. But
Oh,
then
they call the dog hooch?
well, yeah, the dog's Hooch. So he's Turner and the dog's Hooch. Watch Turner and Hooch. Turner and Hooch. Turner and Hooch. 100% you'll cry. Easily.
No, actually,
any
if you,
movie
no.
with
You want to
dog,
cry? Fatherhood with comedian Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah, I heard that was good.
Bawled my eyes out.
We'll go watch these movies. You watch them too. Tune in next week for another episode of Babylon. We're so
Babel
excited.
On.
Babel On.
Yeah, we got to do it like
Yeah.
Chuck did. You know, really separate
Babel On.
Babel On.
Yeah.
Not Babylon like the
Let's see
place.
the
You know, it's like
They'll see
play
the
on
logo.
Babylon B.
Yeah. No.
Can't believe the guy said that. That was really funny.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't think we were trying to be like Babylon B, but all right, I'll take it.
Love that. So, see you guys later. Thank you.
The views, information, or opinions expressed during Online Community Podcast series are solely those of individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of Family Church, its members, or employees.